Oh no, the rise and fall of Aregbesola as Tinubu finally buries him in. Hello, my wonderful people. Aregbesola, the Minister of Interior, is in a serious state. What happened? To a large extent, Tinubu helped, assisted him, in becoming Oshun's governor, and afterwards, after he spent his two tenure, he said, "Okay, it's my brother's turn." If in case you're not aware, Oyetola is Tinubu's relation, and Oyetola became the governor of Osun State. But somehow along the line, things fell apart. Yeah, things fell apart, and it's no longer been the same, and this is coming up, and this is what is now happening. This is what is happening. I mean, Aregbesola had a fallout with not just Tinubu, but also Yetola. He said Yetola was not loyal to him in his first tenure. Yetola should not think because he's Tinubu's nephew, he will get a free pass. Is going to deal with him, and he will make sure he does not become the governor of the state. And he began to, rain insult on Tinubu. Of course, he had this discussion with Tinubu, and Tinubu said, "Don't you dare! He's my brother. He must serve his second term." But Oyetola said, you did it to Ambode now. You did not allow him serve his second tenure. Oh, now that is family, he must serve second tenure. But when it's somebody else, they can't serve second tenure. Excuse me, it doesn't work that way. However, yesterday the primaries was done, and it is clear that Oyetola will be contesting alongside other political party governorship candidates for the Osun governorship election. Tinubu has now finally buried Aregbesola. You will hear the details. Let's get all the details. The rise and fall of Rafiu Aregbesola. For former governor of Osun State, the Minister of Interior, Aregbesola, Saturday, February the 19th, 2022, was a day he would not forget in a hurry. It was a day that marked his final fall from grace to grass. It was the fall of a political colossus. His sense was that he wanted to play God by becoming Osun political godfather in the enormous political miscalculation. He adopted Alhaji Musiliu Adeotun as his governorship candidate to run against the incumbent governor of Osun State, who is Tinubu's brother. Aregbesola has gone to Tinubu to say his brother can only serve tenure. Tinubu says, "Don't you dare." Oyetola is seeking a re-election on the platform of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the state. But Aregbesola has vowed to unroot the governor to ensure that his second tenure ambition is thwarted after he felt his big ego brushed by the policy faced embarked on by his successor. While he was in charge of Osun State, Aregbesola pursued some political guys to ensure Oyetola was unseated, most of them in the educational sector. He was also unpopular with the workers as he owed salary. Worse, he left tons of debt for his successor. To be sure, the obvious politics he has played in APC in Osun State did not work in 2018 election, but in quick political alignment in the return election, the state was almost harvested for the opposition, the People Democratic Party, as a referendum on its 8-year tenure in 2018 election, which Oyetola won by a few hundred votes, spoke volume about his unpopular era. With Oyetola sadly, Oyetola came on board with Tinubu behind him as his brother. But Aregbesola wanted his politics to remain untouchable in the state. By his recent statement, he revealed that he personally begged Oyetola not to uproot them. Oyetola said he did not budge and went on and uproot Aregbesola's structure he has put in place. Thus, the battle line was drawn between the duo. Aregbesola met with Tinubu and told him of Oyetola's misbehavior and unloyalty to him and vowed to Tinubu that he will unseat his brother. Tinubu said, "You can't touch him," but Aregbesola and Tinubu fell out. He called Tinubu unprintable names, that he played God even after they submitted to him. He began to decide what will happen, and if you don't obey, Tinubu come hard on you. This has continued, as it was Tinubu who called the unprintable name was life and life and on ground for the primaries, Oyetola won the election. Aregbesola is now on hot coals as even the House of Representatives have begun a probe on him, with the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajigwamila, also Tinubu's boy. This is now a real problem as Aregbesola's political days are gradually dwindling. So this is the problem now facing, Aregbesola. Whether you like it or not, Tinubu may be many things, but he has his own voice because the man may be many things, so you may not like him, but he has his own voice. He has his own way around, the place. There is the way his fingerprint, stains the whole place, and this is what is happening right now. The Aregbesola winning, Oyetola winning is a blow to Aregbesola as the real problem starts now, because Tinubu is going to really, is really going to make sure. Remember that the House has started probe on him already. Okay, the House has started probe on him already. So this is going to be it's going to be something else as we all sit down and watch what will happen and what we follow next. Nigeria has become their pack of cards where they settle their scores. Sadly, this is what is happening. Okay, this is what is happening. This is why we must come out of this very troubled, government and all that is going on. We must come out of it. These people do not mean well. To a large extent, these people continue to, dilly-dally between opinion. There is no truth in them. They continue to go from one end to the other, and it's very sad and shameful. Very sad and shameful. So these are some of the things we are experiencing, and the truth of the matter is, for us to come out of this, everybody, all hands must be on deck to tell the truth. We cannot continue to subject ourselves to one person because they say they are leaders or one thing or another. What sort of leaders, okay, that they want to infringe or impose themselves on us? What sort of leaders are these? Okay, what sort of leaders are these? This is terrible. Okay, this is real terrible. What sort of leaders are these? These are things that are happening, and Nigerians, the time to rise up and come out of this current predicament is now. Tinubu, for instance, Aregbesola may not be a saint, don't get me wrong. They are all selfish, to a large extent, selfish politicians who are going after things that only profit them, not because they care for the masses, not because they are sincerely honest and want to change the course of what is happening, not because they are really determined that things must change, but because, to a large extent, most of them, only want things that will benefit them, not because they care. Not because they care for Nigerians, not because they really want to change or they want things to be transformed. So Nigerians, the time to act, the time to move forward, the time to come out of this predicament is now. Okay, the time to move from this predicament is now. So please, let's continue to speak out. God bless. Bye for now.